Hey girls, my hot moms with gestational diabetes. Just want to check in. It has been a whirlwind. Not only did baby started her journey. It's a she, for those of you guys that may not be aware. Did she start her journey a bit earlier than her induction? I want to tell you guys something kind of crazy. So yesterday was the Austin Marathon, and I was training for the half marathon portion of it. I signed up for that race last December, last February. I signed up for it last February when I ran the 5K. So in 2025, this is way before the baby was coming. The number that I was going to run in and where was baby Aya's initial due date that I had based off of my period tracker. How crazy is that? Just wild. But anyway, my water broke and we kind of just started this journey. You guys may know I was trying to go epidural-less. And I was on that Pitocin for about 10 to 12 hours before I caved and got the epidural. I'm eventually going to share my birth story, but I want to still just take time to process it. And just wanted to hop in here and say hello. So we got discharged. Because I ended up having a C-section. It was not due to my induction. It was not due to anything. I never got to the point of pushing. It was just my body and my baby. But we got discharged on, I believe it was Saturday I had her. So we were Saturday night, Monday night, Tuesday night. We went home Wednesday. And then Thursday, Friday, it was either Tuesday night or, girls, it's all a blur. I don't know. But when we went home, and before we went home, I had asked the nurse about checking my blood pressures. And in pregnancy, it was always something that I just had in the back of my mind, what is my blood pressure? What is my blood pressure? And throughout my entire pregnancy, it had never been high. My blood pressure was never high. It was never high during labor. It was never high in the C-section. It was never high while we were in the hospital for our 3 nights. And so just by the good grace of God giving me the intuition that I have, having had my nursing experience, when we came home the next day, I checked my blood pressure and it was high. And I was like, oh, that's a little weird. And at the same time, what was kind of happening was my vision was I have really great vision usually, but it was just a little off. I was doing one of these. Why is it a little weird? I never had floaters, I never had spots or anything. But I had decided to check my blood pressure just to check it. Because after my C-section, and my doctor had seen it, my feet were extremely swollen. And again, that's normal. We gain so much extra fluid in our pregnancy. And so then your body has to essentially figure out where to shift all that fluid now that it's not needed for the baby. And I'm also a very petite person, so that probably also has something to do with it. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. And I checked on my other arm and it was still a little high, but not as high. So then on Friday, I was like, I'm just going to check my blood pressure again. I had no symptoms outside of the blurry vision. I wasn't having headaches or anything like that. And I'm just I check it on the side. It's 150 over something. I'm like, wow, that's really high for me. I'm never in the 150s. And it was 140 over here. And instead of ignoring that or just writing it off, I decided I was going to call my OB's office. And I go to a clinic where there's 10 or 12 OBs. So good luck calling in that place because it is so hard to get to these people. But I sat on hold for 30 minutes. And when I finally got on to call with the nurse, she was like, oh, honey, we got to get you in and you got to come in today. And so I get there. They do my blood pressure one time. It's high. It's 160 something. Again, extremely high for me. And they were like, okay, well, the doctor's going to come in. We'll recheck you here in a bit. They rechecked me. I'm now 170. So I just had all these, like, it was just going up and up and up. And the doctor came in and she's like, I'm going to have to send you back to the hospital. So luckily, baby was able to come and, like, I got to see all the nurses and stuff. But I say all this to say that if we have gestational diabetes, preeclampsia is a risk factor with gestational diabetes. And kind of my approach in a lot of my content and just so much of the things that I've shared is being proactive in your care instead of being reactive. And it really like just begs me to beg you to make sure you have a blood pressure cuff at home. Because had I not had that blood pressure cuff, my blood pressure would have been skyrocket over the next few days. And who knows what could have happened. And it's very scary. I almost fear it would have like ended in like a 911 emergency ER. Like, this is serious. And then we prevented that because we caught it, because we were proactive and not reactive in our care. So, if you are pregnant, if you have just given birth, go on Amazon and get yourself a blood pressure cuff and have that in your house so that you can, if you need to, check your blood pressure. You can just be like a once a day, like do it when you take your vitamins, whatever that is. Because it's nothing to play with. It is nothing to play with. And especially, you guys, I don't know if many of you guys are on it, but my doctor put me on a low dose aspirin to prevent preeclampsia, and I still ended up getting it. And that was a question that I had for her when I was discharged. Do I still take this aspirin? She's like, oh no, that's all over with. So talk to your doctor. Make sure you have a blood pressure cuff, and when in doubt, call. When in doubt, advocate for yourself. And that's just what we have to do. So I am hoping, today is Monday, I'm hoping by this Saturday I'm on the mend, and we can jump in and do a Zoom, because I think that'd be really fun. I'm like missing like this part of this, because you know, you can get so engulfed in being a mom, and it also is, don't forget who you are as a person. And I'm really looking forward to growing and just building this community. I've had a lot of ideas about, well, where does it go? I don't have gestational diabetes anymore. Where do we go from here? So I don't know. We're going to figure things out. But I just wanted to kind of like pop in, show face, say hello, and hope that all you guys are doing well. I know that so many of us are like having babies very close together, which is really fun. So happy birthday to your babies if your baby's been born in the last week or so. And yeah, I am just so grateful to have connected with you guys, to be here with you guys, and just hope that you are doing well. And most importantly, taking care of yourself, listening to your body, because your baby needs you. I love you. I'll see you guys later.